So if you're thinking about moving to Portland, Oregon, there's going to be some things that you're going to want to know prior to when you move. Being prepared is definitely one of them. So in this video, we are going to talk about some things that you're going to want to know to be prepared to prior to actually moving here. And of course, you always want to be prepared before anything. If you guys don't know yet, my name is Lucas with the Sadle team. We help hundreds of people locate to and from Portland, Oregon, outside and inside. So if you guys have any questions, thoughts, or concerns about the market or what it's like to move here, give us a call, shoot us a like, and we'll get in contact with you. All right, so we're just going to get into it. In Oregon, we've got all 4 seasons. They're all pretty mild, right? Right now is the end of April, so we're headed into that spring or summer season, I should say. With all 4 seasons, they are all fairly mild. Starting like in January, we've got winter, of course. I will say we do on occasion, we do get about maybe 2 to 3, 4 days of just like snow, sleet, and even ice sometimes. When that does happen, because we don't get very much snow or cold weather in general, it's kind of like a shock to the whole city and everything shuts down. I mean, schools get shut down, even if there's like a slight little hint that there could be snow. So if that does happen, it's either really bad or it's not bad, but either way, you're still going to want to be prepared. Bring some rain boots because it does rain here a lot. And those, I forget what they're called, but they're like ice picks that you can put on the bottom of your shoes. That way, if it does get icy, you're not like slipping up the hills or anything. So yeah, big coats, you're gonna want to be prepared for that. And then with rain, like I mentioned, you're gonna want to bring some rain boots, a raincoat. A lot of Portlanders don't really have any umbrellas. I mean, you do, but a lot of Portlanders just kind of shrug their shoulders, walk, and maybe put a hoodie on. But yeah, you're not going to see very many umbrellas. But if that's something that you are not accustomed to, then I'm going to suggest to you that bring an umbrella, or at least get like some sort of heavy duty umbrella, because it does rain a lot. And then of course you've got spring that we're kind of in the tail end of right now. It is a Saturday. It's about 65-70 degrees today. It's fairly blue skies. Wind's pretty nice. And then of course in the summer we do get, I mean, I'll be honest, about maybe 2 weeks of like 100+ degree days. So definitely getting some AC or window units, something like that, some sort of way to help yourself feel cool. If you're coming from an environment where it already is pretty warm, then the summer here might actually feel pretty mild to you. But for weather, I don't want to talk about it too much. I know that you guys have probably seen some of the other ones, at least guys who keep coming back, but that's it for weather. Okay, so next up, we'll chat a little bit about the sports here in Oregon and in Portland. We don't really have very many sports in general. I mean, we've got the Portland Trail Blazers, right? That's our only like professional team out here in general. We do have the Portland Thorns. That's women's professional soccer. So that does get quite a lot of attention here as well. But yeah, even if we're doing bad with the Portland Trail Blazers or the Thorns, if you are not supporting or rooting for those teams, somebody might look at you a little weird. We do have quite a few of Los Angeles fans out here, Los Angeles Lakers, just because people do relocate to and from California and Oregon. So be careful on which aisle of the side you walk on there. It's either going to be like, oh yeah, go Lakers. People are going to be super hyped about it. Or you're going to get those weird looks and it's like, dude, why are you wearing Lakers stuff in Portland, Oregon? What are you doing? I personally love the Blazers. I was really bummed out when Damian Lillard went over to Milwaukee Bucks, but you know what? I'm happy for him. Dame needs to get what he deserves. But other than that, for sports, we don't have a whole lot. We do have quite a few lot of pickleball courts, like just for your everyday Saturday routines or events that you want to do. Pickleball is pretty popular out here in Portland. We've got tennis, swimming pools, pretty much anything that you want for outdoors types of things. You name it. Okay, so another thing I want to touch bases on is with daylight savings, right? In Oregon, we are on the 45th parallel. What that means is that it does have a tendency to get darker quicker than other parts of the United States. So we've got the winter solstice, December 21st, summer solstice, June 21st. It is end of April, so days are starting to get a little bit longer, but in the fall, winter time, be really prepared to have those cold, long nights just kind of tucked away in your home. And even so, crime rates actually do have a tendency to go up after daylight savings because it's darker for longer at night. More people are just kind of tucked at home doing things at home, like homebody, seasonal type of things. And then of course, once daylight savings starts to, or days, I should say, start to get longer, similar to what we are right now, then that crime rate starts to go down a little bit. It's certainly not significant, not at all like you need to be extremely worried about, but at the same time, it is something to keep in mind at the same time. So another cool thing here about Portland, Oregon is that we're very pet friendly, and there's lots of parks, lots of dog parks. You're going to see a lot of people walking their dogs. So it's not going to be uncommon if you're downtown in a suburb or a park and you're going to see people walking their dogs. Right now, I'm actually at a park. It's not really a dog park, but it is a park, and lots of people take their dogs here. It's called Salish Ponds. It's actually here in Fairview. It's probably about over 5.5 miles just of trails here. We've got the lake right behind me, which is actually pretty massive. And then here, just more trails. We'll keep walking down here. But yes, so just very, very pet friendly. I don't honestly know how many dog parks there are in Portland, but you could just about throw a rock in Portland and you can find a dog park. I've even seen people walking their cats before, like they've got the harness on their cats, or I don't know if you guys have seen before the bubble backpacks where you can put your cat in there. You'll find that like at a Saturday market in Portland, pretty much anywhere. So very pet friendly. So if that is you, then Portland might be the place for you. So speaking of Saturday and Sundays, another thing I want to touch bases on is brunch. In Portland, brunch is huge, whether it's the weekend or weekdays, but especially on the weekends, Saturday and Sundays. Brunch, you could be expected to wait like somewhere between an hour to 2 hours waiting in line just for some brunch. So keep that in mind. Maybe even pack a little bit of a snack while you're waiting in line. But places like Sweet Betty Sue's, Little Bistro, by Marshawn Lynch. I mean, those are all great places and brunch places. But like, again, be prepared because you might be waiting a little bit for a line. It's super popular, but I promise you it's worth it. You can just about go anywhere in Portland on Alberta Street, Hawthorne, and find all sorts of places. It's super good and worth it, I promise. All right, we've talked a lot about brunch and pets and weather and whatnot. Well, what about the bar scene and the nightlife? In Portland, especially like downtown Portland never sleeps. There's tons of bars, especially like in Chinatown, the Pearl District. They're open until like 4 a.m. I do believe they have to stop serving alcohol at like 1:30 or 2 a.m., something like that. But in Portland never sleeps. And even the bars that are in Portland, the bar food is actually pretty good. I'm sure you guys have heard like bar food is not usually good. In Portland, bar food is actually pretty good. They've got themes and whatnot, just like for just about any bar that you're at, whether it's like an Asian theme, a Hispanic theme, or just kind of like some funky out of their theme. It more often than not, the bar food is usually pretty good. And if you like to party a lot, like to stay up at night, then downtown Portland might be the place for you to live. But if not, the party scene may not be for you, then maybe one of the suburbs outside of there. So if that is you, whether it's inside or outside, give us a call, shoot us a text. We'll make sure to point you in the right direction, and we'll get you there in no time. So another good thing to keep in mind about Portland is the overall driving in Oregon, and just like Portland in general too. The drivers are super nice, like overly nice, and it can sometimes be a little bit of a danger. Like if you go up to a four-way stop, somebody gets there like right before I do, and then I get there, or vice versa. It can sometimes be like, oh, who's gonna go first? Who's gonna flinch? And it can sometimes be like, oh, if I'm gonna go, are you gonna start going? And then we're gonna hit each other. But yeah, drivers are just overly nice. Like the speed limit on the highway or freeway is like 55 miles an hour. People go like 5 miles under that, even in the left-hand lane. It drives me nuts. Yeah. And so that's something to keep in mind. But it's not like those California drivers, at least that I've heard from. I've never lived there, but I've heard California drivers are not the nicest. Here in Oregon, I can tell you from personal experience, I mean, sure, you're going to have those oddballs every now and again that are on the driver or doing road rage. But generally speaking, the driving here and drivers are safe, courteous, cautious. They're nice, and go slow and under the speed limit, which drives me crazy. Okay, so by now, especially if you've seen some of our other videos, you can tell that there is a lot to Portland, whether it's on the east side, the west side, city living, suburbs living, whatever it is. If that's something that you guys are actually interested in and wanting to get more information on where location-wise it might be the best fit for you, don't hesitate to call, text, reach out, email, ask for Lucas. We've helped thousands of people move and locate to and from Oregon. So if that's something you're interested in, give us a text or a call. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to make sure that we're hopping in your notification center. Other than that, we will catch you next time.